Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty have redeemed themselves from the epic Best Picture controversy from last year. The two Hollywood legends correctly announced The Shape of Water as the winner of top honors at the 90th Annual Academy Awards held at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood, California on Sunday evening. Director of the film Guillermo del Toro had a hilarious moment ahead of accepting the shiny new prize as he double-checked the card and smiled into the camera after he had confirmed the win for himself. In his acceptance speech, the 53-year-old Mexican director dedicated the award to young filmmakers as he said, "This is a door, kick it open, and come in." Last year it was a much different story as the Bonnie and Clyde actors were at the center of an envelope mishap involving Academy Awards agency PricewaterhouseCoopers, which counts the votes. Faye, 77, and Warren, 80, had announced La La Land as Best Picture. The pair had been given the wrong envelope to announce the prize, leading Oscar producers to run onto the stage midway through the acceptance speeches to unveil Moonlight as the real winner. Despite the infamous incident, the Academy has decided to retain accounting firm PwC despite the now infamous Best Picture flub. Ultimately, it was decided that the accounting firm of PwC, short for PricewaterhouseCoopers, will be kept on board for the 90th ceremony next year with a few new precautions to prevent the same blunder from happening again. PwC accountants won't be allowed to have their cell phones backstage during future Oscar telecasts. As if the iconic duo presenting wasn't already enough of a tie-in to last year's ceremony, Dunaway wore the exact same black dress to present as she did on the red carpet of the 2017 Academy Awards. Earlier in the night, talented filmmaker Del Toro won his first ever Best Director award. The Shape of Water had 4 wins, which was good for most on the night, as coming into the event it had the most nominations with 13. The big win came just after Frances McDormand was given the Best Actress gong for her work on 3 Billboards in Ebbing, Missouri, but moved the spotlight onto all the other female nominees as she had them all stand up. At the end of the empowering speech, the 60-year-old now 2-time Oscar winner left one final message to those in attendance: "I have 2 words to leave with you tonight: inclusion rider." An inclusion rider is a clause in the contract of the top-line talent on a film that requires a diverse crew to be hired around them. It was also a big night for Gary Oldman as he won Best Actor for his work on Darkest Hour. The 59-year-old veteran British actor had won his first ever Oscar but did not want the honor to be all about him as he dedicated the win to his elderly mother Kathleen, 98. "I would like to thank my mother. She is older than the Oscar, she will be 99 years young next birthday," Oldman said. "Thank you for your love and support," he told her as he clutched his gold statuette. "Put the kettle on, I'm bringing Oscar home." He then ended his speech by thanking Winston Churchill, who he had portrayed in the film. One of the top moments from the gala came when Jordan Peele won Best Original Screenplay for Get Out. The honor makes the 39-year-old star the first black screenwriter to ever win the award, as he gave one of the best speeches of the night as he admitted he thought writing the film was impossible. "This means so much to me," he said. "I stopped writing this movie about 20 times because I thought it was impossible. I thought it wasn't gonna work, I thought no one would ever make this movie, but I kept coming back to it because I knew if someone let me make this movie, then people would hear it and people would see it." Jordan then issued a string of thank yous, including to those who worked on the movie, cinemagoers, and his beloved wife Chelsea Peretti. He said, "To the cast and crew, I love you, thank you so much. My wife, who supported me through this whole process. My mother, who taught me to love even in the face of hate. And to everybody who went and saw this movie. Everybody who bought a ticket, told somebody to buy a ticket, thank you. I love you for shouting out at the theater, for shouting out at the screen. I love all, thank you so much. Good night." Clearly still shocked from his win, Jordan tweeted afterwards, "I just won an Oscar. WTF. Allison Janney, 58, took home the coveted Best Supporting Actress prize for I, Tonya earlier in the night. It was a huge win for the star, who was recognized for her work as Lavona in I, Tonya. Allison showed off her amazing sense of humor, as the first thing she said when approaching the podium was, "I did it all by myself." The star went on to thank everyone who worked on the film, as well as her friends and family who had supported her. "This is for Hal. You're always in my heart," she said. Her brother Henry Hal Janney committed suicide on February 14, 2011. There was plenty of love in the building, as her co-star and producer of the film Margot Robbie could be seen tearing up during Allison's acceptance speech. This comes just after Sam Rockwell accepted the first award of the night in the Best Supporting Actor category. No doubt the 49-year-old actor was excited to take home the coveted, shiny gold Oscar statue for his role in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which was presented by Viola Davis at the gala event. Sam definitely seemed to be surprised by the win, as he said, "I'd like to thank the Academy. I never thought I'd say those words." He ended his speech on a touching note as he dedicated the win to fellow actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, who died in 2014. Before walking off stage, Rockwell said, "This is for my old buddy Phil Hoffman." Another big winner on the night was Disney animated film Coco, which earned wins in Best Song and Best Animated Feature Film. Christopher Nolan's war epic Dunkirk won 3 awards in the sound editing, sound mixing, and film editing categories. Jimmy Kimmel was the host with the most at the event, as he was praised for a hilarious monologue as well as several gags throughout the night. At one point he recruited Margot Robbie, Lupita Nyong'o, Gal Gadot, Ansel Elgort, and Guillermo del Toro, among many other A-listers, to surprise a theater full of wrinkle-in-time patrons at the TCL Chinese Theater. In his second year as host, Kimmel took shots at Harvey Weinstein, Vice President and Mike Pence, and President Donald Trump during his monologue. He also had a running gag in which he said he would reward the person with the shortest speech with a $17,900 jet ski, which was presented by Dame Helen Mirren and was ultimately given to Phantom Thread costume designer Mark Bridges at the very end of the night. It was quite the star-studded affair, as Dame Helen Mirren, Emily Blunt, Sandra Bullock, Viola Davis and Nicole Kidman had all presented. Other stars who hit the stage to present also included Dave Chappelle, Eugenio Derbez, Ansel Elgort, Jane Fonda, Jodie Foster, Isa Gonzalez, Ashley Judd, Matthew McConaughey, Rita Moreno, Lupita Nyong'o and Christopher Walken. Judd and Nyong'o were among the high-profile actresses who have accused disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein of sexual harassment. It is customary for the previous winners to present to the new winner at the subsequent ceremony. However, the last winner of the Best Actor award, Casey Affleck, did not attend the ceremony this year. The Manchester-by-the-Sea star would have been expected to present the Best Actress award, according to the show's tradition, but in January he withdrew from the hosting role. In 2010, Affleck was sued by 2 women for alleged sexual harassment before the lawsuits were settled out of court. He has vehemently denied the sexual harassment claims, which were alleged to have happened during the making of the film I'm Still Here.